Hey everybody, welcome to the Elemental Gardener. Today I'm going to teach you how to propagate a snake plant. This one I got at my local hardware store, and it came with a pot inside of a pot, and there's a drainage hole. Cool. Now, snake plants come in lots of different varieties. This is a dwarf variety, and as you can see, it's pretty root bound. I'm going to have to squeeze the pot to really work it out, but that's okay because that's how snake plants like to be. They like to be root bound. You're not going to see a lot of top growth if there's a lot of room inside of the pot for the roots to grow. It's going to grow roots first above all else. So this one is really root bound in there though, so we can take this and pull it all apart, and we can make a whole bunch of new little plants out of this one, especially since all of that new growth has started to push up. So I'm just going to finish taking this whole thing apart, and then I'm going to start filling up my pots. Now the nice thing is these holes on the bottom are pretty small, so I don't have to put anything in the bottom to help stop the soil from falling out. And I'm just going to put one in each pot. I'm going to make sure that the soil is extra dry. A snake plant acts a lot like a succulent. They don't need a lot of water, they don't need a lot of moisture, so it doesn't really matter if their roots are exposed to air. As long as you don't take too long, they're not going to get stressed out, they're not going to be bothered. So I'm just going to go ahead and pot all of these up. And when I'm finished, what I'm going to do is I am going to put rocks all over the top. And this is going to help do a couple of things. It's going to help with watering because it's going to disperse the water all over the top and spread it out more evenly. It's also going to help the soil from becoming hydrophobic, which means when your soil gets to the point where you're watering and it's just coming straight off the bottom and nothing is going into the soil because it literally is packed in like a brick, it will prevent that that from happening. The other reason is it just looks a lot nicer. Now, I'm not going to expect a lot of top growth out of these until they're at least, I don't know, 4 or 5 weeks old. So just keep in mind that what it's going to do first, now that I've repotted them, is grow new roots. But in the meantime, we're going to line them up and set them out on display and enjoy them.